This question that I got is beautiful. I love these questions. Evidently, I do realize that, and I explain things in different ways. It's a habit from being a teacher. Sometimes you explain the same idea in very different ways because every student understands it differently. Some students, I tell, they need to hear, okay, this is how it is because I say so, and somehow that makes sense to them. Other students require an appeal to another authority. Well, Dr. So-and-so says this, and then they accept what I'm saying. Other students require an analogy. Well, this is just like that, and when they see the analogy, they accept the idea, and on and on and on, right? So people learn differently. These are just some examples. And so I explain sometimes the same topic in different videos, in different contexts, in many different ways. And I can see how if a person follows me and listens to different, it might seem like I'm talking about different things. Actually, it's the same, but explained differently. So in this case, the person asks me, wait, exactly like this, ... wait, comma. Do you solve problems or create results? And I can see where that question comes from because I have spoken about both of those models as being an example of what we do. In other words, do you have a problem that you want to fix? Or are you the way you are and you want to create different results for your life? See, both of those ways of talking amount to the same thing. Because to go back to the example of obesity and being overweight, if a person says, I'm overweight and that's a problem, so I want to lose weight, they are solving a problem. They're solving the problem of obesity. But if a person comes to me and says, I want to be very active, I want to be able to travel, I want to be able to jump and run and do this and do that, and what prevents you from doing that? Well, I'm 100 pounds overweight, and but I want to create this lifestyle that is active, and I want to ride horses and this and that. Okay, so we're creating a new lifestyle, and in the process of doing that, they must lose weight to be able to do the stuff that they want to do. So here we're creating results, and in the process of creating those results, we have to make changes, or said in a different way, we have to solve a problem. You see, so these are just ways of explaining. Which one do we do? Do I solve a problem or do I create results? Both, because they're the same thing. As we solve a problem, we're automatically creating a new result. And as we create new results, we're invariably solving problems. But the mindset going into this process is important. How do you see yourself? How do you see your life? Do you see yourself as something that is filled with problems to be solved? Or do you see yourself as a divine entity capable of continuously evolving and creating the next version of yourself? You see, so the mindset is really important because I have noticed over the years in my person and in the people that I work with that when I approach my life or when I see a person approaching their lives from the perspective that, you know what, this is what I am, but I'm ready to improve and reach the next level. I've noticed that their therapeutic intervention, their process is pleasant and shorter. They're not beating up on themselves. They say, yeah, I'm kind of a mess, whatever, but this is what I want to do now. I remember, I've had many problems that I've been able to solve over the years with therapy. And I remember one time I went to a therapist and I said, yeah, look, I've been a jerk, whatever. It's like, this is how I have been, but I don't want to be a jerk anymore. So in a nutshell, this is what I want to create now. The guy said to me, what do you want to? I said, no, I want to be kind and patient and, okay, let's talk about that. That particular therapy lasted exactly one session. And it's unusual, but I had already been working with myself and I wanted a few pointers, whatever. But by the time I went to talk to the person, I was so ready, okay, this is what I've been, quit the sugarcoating, I've been a jerk, but you know what? I want to be nice. So, I wasn't talking about every instance in which I offended somebody, it didn't really matter because in reality, all of it is a mess, but I'm ready to turn the page and be somebody different, right? And a lot of people come to see me with the same attitude. Right, I've been a mess, whatever, however they describe it, but this is what I want to create now. We can. Other people say, no, I have a problem, but I have another problem, but I have this problem. It's perfectly okay because that's how they want to start. That's what they're ready to start with, and I meet them where they're at. Okay, let's solve this problem first, then we'll talk about this other problem. After we do 2 or 3 of those, they realize, okay, there's a more global way of proceeding, which is to create a new life, which excludes all of these problems and includes a bunch of what I consider now to be a solution. So we think about it a little bit differently. Well, point is that you can change your life and you can achieve your dreams and you can be joyous and free, and that's what it's all about. In other words, that's why the channel is called Mindful Journeys, because we're all on this journey of going from less to more, going from our past to our future, going from being less to being more, from being more human to being more divine. That's the journey. That's what it's all about. And you have the right to engage in your journey from the perspective of where you're at right now. And we improve from there. All right? So mega blessings to you. And I so much admire you for even being here and participating in this process. Blessings and all of my respect and admiration toward you. Thank you.